All right, so we're live, and we're going to be testing to see if we can improve our Americano the way we do it currently. And so normally with an Americano that I've been making for myself, if I ever do drink one, or at my church, it's not my favorite drink. My favorite drink is like a latte or a cappuccino, so I like milk and a little bit of honey. But for this, I'm going to be testing James Hoffmann's comparison between a steam wand, water, and the boiler water from my machine. I just have a Breville machine, and I'll show you quickly here what I have. So here it is. It's just simple, Breville Duo Temp Pro, no big deal. But it has the steam wand and everything, and I'm going to be doing the side by side. I am not a scientist. This is not a science experiment, and I am in no way making any sort of recommendation in what you do here. I'm just wanting to see if this coffee that I make, which is my favorite, it's Espresso Workshop number 51. I roasted this myself. It's a silver tone. It's really, really good stuff. And I'm okay with it not working or if it does work, but I have previous experience with doing this. I've made a lot of Americanos at my church. On Sundays, I make coffee for the youth group to earn them a little bit of money so they can then go ahead and use that money to go on, their trips or whatever they do, right? So I don't make any money from it. It all goes to the church, and we just enjoy the coffee together. But there's a couple of people that will ask for Americanos, and there's a very picky person that gets coffee from me, which is great. It's fine. He knows what he wants. That's perfect. And I have everything that I've made ever has not really been that good, except for one coffee way back in the day. But I recently made an Americano using James Hoffmann way after I tested it myself here at the house. And he said, well, he walked away saying, this is really good coffee. So I didn't get much more out of him, but coming from him, that was a lot. It was saying a lot. I scraped off the crema like James Hoffmann recommends. And, if you go to James Hoffmann's YouTube channel, you'll find, the Americano video. I think it's like 3 videos down, something like that on his most recent videos. And so we're going to go do that. We're going to try it. And I have a couple theories, and, I don't have like the greatest palate. I've been, making my own coffee and drinking, espresso from this machine for about 2 or 3 years. I also use a Breville Barista Pro over at my church. And I'm not trying to, dispel what anybody says about this working or not working. I'm just trying to see if, what I actually am seeing works. And I have an idea about, why it works or why it doesn't work. And we're going to go ahead and get to that, and I will meet you over there in a second. I'm going to get this going right now. And I will see you over there. I haven't tested. I don't know exactly if this is like glitchy or anything, but it looks like the pulsing of the Breville is fine. This is wireless. My iPhone is in there. I cleaned up everything for you guys here. It doesn't usually look like this. It's usually a mess. So so here we go. Just full disclosure here. So audio muted, yes, all right, it doesn't need to be on there, so it's perfect. iPhone's, all right, I'll see you over there. Let me get some water really quick, because I'm going to be talking a lot. All right, we are in here. So hopefully you can see me okay, and if not, at least you can see the machine. Okay, so I'm going to grind up this espresso here. I believe that's the setting right there. Barazza Encore ESP, Breville Duo Temp Pro, I think that's what it is. It's fully manual and all that. Just have a scale here. I'm going to get the same amount of coffee for each one, so 20 grams. So we're gonna go 20 grams in. And I'm actually going to put a little bit of coffee in here because this morning I had made coffee and I want to flush out the old flavor of the coffee so it doesn't change in between roasts. Okay, so there's a little bit of retention in there usually. So I got that coffee out of there, and it's gonna be a little echoing in here. Sorry about that in advance. I'll go and clear this out really quick. Okay. Shaving brush works wonders with cleaning up. I'm sorry if I can't see anybody if they're commenting in here or anything. I'm not watching the stream. I'm just in here, you know, wanting to stream this live, so there's no editing or anything going on. You can watch the whole thing. Smells good. Espresso Workshop. You can get this at Sweet Maria's. It's available now, and I believe it'll be available, you know, next like a couple months, maybe, possibly, because they're getting more in. So yeah, it's their blend. Excuse me. So we're gonna go ahead and get this in here. And I have a theory on why the coffee tastes different. To me, it tastes different. I can tell the difference. It doesn't mean I'm completely correct. And so I don't want to disprove anybody or prove anybody wrong. I just want to know, like, for everybody that's watching, is this actually something that you should try, right? So, yeah, that's the whole goal, is to make coffee more enjoyable for everybody. And, you know, like, be truthful as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have to, yeah, I'm just thinking about the process here. So go and get this pulled here. Sorry about the noise. I'm going to use a filter in the bottom, 51 millimeter filter in the bottom of a 18 to 20 gram basket. I don't need to wet it or anything from what I found. Go and reset that. You don't really need a WD-2 with this. 10 o'clock. Got time. Let's get that back in there. Okay, it's 20.4 in this, so I'll make sure the other one is 20.4 also. Hopefully I remember that. With the water and all that, and probably the little bit of retention that was in there. Water weight. Okay, got a fairly level basket here. Hopefully you guys can see that. Fairly level. Don't need that. Using a norm core. I recommended this yesterday on the stream. I don't know, I'll probably go overkill on the tamping, but it is what it is. Okay, everything is manual on this, so of course you gotta do it like this. Excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and pull a shot straight into this cup, and I'll be rinsing this out after to try it again. You know what though? I probably need to go with 2 side-by-side cups. And and I need to not be able to see which ones they are, like just so I can see if there is a difference. So I'm gonna use both of these. I need to dust these out, and that way I won't look down at these. The cups themselves are cold, but I'm gonna leave them that way. So that way there's no change in temperature. They're just room temperature, like 70, whatever it is in the house right now. I'll tell you right now. Yeah, they're most likely 71 degrees. So the cups are about 71 degrees. So yeah, these are the ones I'll use. They do say something different on them, but I will not be paying attention. I'll just be doing this to see if there's any difference. And I do need to put a mark on, I'll be back and get a star. Okay, so I'm gonna be putting a star on one of these, and I'm not gonna look to see what it is. So I don't know. All right, so I don't know what is what right now, okay? So the star is going on one of them. I'm doing my best not to know what is what. Okay, so I don't know which one has the star. So gold star on one of them. All right, I'm gonna put that off to the side right there for now. No, I have to know which one is the gold star, right? Because the gold star is going to be the one that has the Americano in it. And the thing is temperature change is going to happen between each Americano because of how long it takes me to make that Americano. So there's going to be a variable that's going to be a problem. So that means that I have to try it and not just do a side-by-side because there's going to be temperature change between how long it takes for me to make these coffees. So doing it this way is problematic. So I need to just try it and see what the difference is. That's it. But because I have a gold star on one of them, the gold star is going to be, if I remember correctly, if I go look, the gold star in the bottom here, if I remember to put the gold star or the espresso being done with the wand and the gold star, then that'll be good. So that's basically all I have to remember. So I might have a little bit of bias with this. There might be a little bit of, bias that can be considered. So yeah, doing that whole dancing of the cups before, it was just, let's just call that a practice for me to understand what really needed to happen here. So, all right, let's just get going then. Okay, so got that in there. Gonna pull straight into this cup. And I usually add water to the coffee, so I'm not gonna change that up. I'm gonna do that the same. That's what I usually do, so I'm gonna do that this time as well. Go and zero that out. Sometimes my shots will vary a little bit when I pull them here. So hopefully this is a good one. And hopefully the next one will be about the same. And that's a variable right there you're gonna have to deal with, right? Because if you can't make consistently the same espresso, it's gonna change the flavor. So it's gonna be about 40 seconds or 40 grams out in about 24 seconds on this one. Okay, nice crema in this. Oh man, there's the spices and everything is so good. So this is the gold star. So I guess we'll be steam wanding it first. And I'm going to be pulling the crema off of this as well. So I'll do that in a minute. You know what? Just get the crema pulled off now. I'll get that crema off. Because this was the other thing, is James Hoffmann's recommendation was pulling the crema off. Get that for the most part pulled off there. So, almost got it. You've got to try this. It's so good. Smells amazing. A lot of spices in there. I know some people would say, no, the crema is great, and you might want to, if you like that. You like that dark coffee and all that. That's totally fine, right? Like, keep it. But if you just want something smooth, you're gonna want to go with something like this. I don't know if you can see that. Most of the crema is taken off of there. Most. So we're gonna try to do the same. And I will check the temperature of the coffee. I don't know if it really even matters, to be honest. Like, there's not much I could do about it. So I'm gonna get this coffee weighed out right now, so I can get the other one going. And so the coffee temperature is going to probably be a little bit lower on this new one. So that will make a difference. But I will be measuring the temperature with this thermometer right here. And even if this thermometer is off a little bit, go and leave that in there. At least it's going to be consistently off between the two of these. So, gonna seal that off there. 1, 2. This out of here. This was hot when I got it out of here as well, for the first one. Okay, so they're about the same temperature. Portafilter, clean. Get that in there. Filter in. Zeroing out. Getting this. I'm assuming it's not going to be 20.4. It's 20.2. So let's see if there's anything in here. We're going to go ahead and add 1 bean because it's 20.2. I want it to be 20.4. So, get 2 beans. .3. It's important to get this the same, so there it goes, 20.4. Perfect. Okay. Get this exactly the same. Wait, is it 20.4 or 20.04? No, it's 20.4. Perfect. And I just put it on there. It went from 20.3 to 20.4 again. So it's exactly the same. Got this nice and level. I learned that side tamping instead of like doing WDT and all that like I used to do from Lance Hendricks. So thank you, Lance, for that. And let's see, nice and level puck. Got that. Okay. So I'll rinse this out. This should pull the same, but we'll see right now. See if it's consistent. Okay, getting both these coffees good to go. It looks like it's going to be about the same. It needs to extract like 40 grams in about 24 seconds like it did last time. Exactly. So 23 to 24 right there. So it's a little bit under extracted, but it's fine. I would rather it be 25 seconds, but it's good. It's good, close enough. Amazing. And I'm gonna get this crema off again. Just get the top off as much as I possibly can here. I'm taking the crema off of this right now to reduce how bitter it is. Hopefully you guys can hear it, like the foam slapping the sink. And it's not coffee. Like it's not the espresso, the liquid. I'm making sure to not get that. This part right here could add another variable, right? Because depending on how well I get the crema off, can make all the difference. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay. So the crema has dissipated a little bit more in that one right there. Just gonna turn that off. But this is the new one right here. This is the one that was already done. Obviously the other one it's got a little bit more crema. We have to wait for it to dissipate a little bit more. Or I can just go ahead and scrape off the rest of that. I don't have time to wait for this because the colder this one gets, the colder that one gets as well. So, not that it's bad for coffee, but for science, it makes a difference. Okay. If anybody is commenting or if anybody is watching, sorry for not being able to get to the comment section. I don't have a way to be able to view comments in here because my computer is in another room right now. So, there you go. Basically the same. Okay, so now that is the time to get the coffee. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the water pulled into a container. And we're going to weigh how much water comes into this container here. cleaned off. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and zero this out. All right. Going to have, I don't know how much water I'll have come in here, just enough to make it to where it's a decent Americano. So going to move that. And yes, I do have a little bit of dry milk on this steam wand. So you can go ahead and say that it's because of the steam wand, the milk and the steam wand or whatever. But I'm gonna go ahead and extract this first. So we're gonna blow out this real quick, just to make sure that there's no confusion as far as milk being in any sort of this water here. This is what I do every time, before and after. There you go. Should be clean on the inside. Okay. And for this machine in particular, it makes about 180 degree Fahrenheit water. So that's what we're going to be doing. The hot water that comes out of here, that's what we're going to be getting, okay? So right now, I'm going to see how many grams it is. And I'll pour the same amount of water in here next time. I have water sitting right here. I'm going to do an adequate amount of water that I would think an Americano would need, which is about 7 ounces, 8 ounces. But I will stop it where I think it's going to need to be, and then we'll just see how many grams it is. It's where my preference is anyway. Okay, so about 194.4 grams, 194.4, okay? That's what we're gonna do, 194.4 on the next one as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that right now. Actually, no, I can't. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in. This is going to be, this water right now is, I need to check the temperature. Okay, the water is 76.9. So it came out when it usually comes first out. It's about 180 degrees, but right now it's 176. So we're just going to add that to this right here. Okay. Now we're going to add 194.4 grams of water to this. And then we're going to steam this water. 194, 70, 80. All right, 194.6 or 194.4 is what I need here. $194.4, perfect. Okay, it jumped to 194.5 for a second, but it went to 194. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and blow this out again, and then start steaming this. And we'll go ahead and test these. You can see that there's no cream on top of that, and it's probably gonna taste good even being done that way. Especially because this coffee is amazing. So I'm going to be heating this up to where I would like it to be. Like the heat I would want would be about the same temperature as what milk would be. So I get to control the temperature instead of just using what this is giving me. And then we're gonna go back out. I'm gonna take this back out to the other camera, and then we'll continue from there. I think that's a good idea. I don't know. Wish I could see what you guys would prefer me to do. All right, got that. So let's check the temperature on this. So this is 138, 137. Okay, so about that. So that's a little bit hotter than what I would usually go for milk, but I think it's gonna be fine. Let's see if there's any difference. Now, I don't think there was any change, but let me see what this weighs. I'm going to zero this out. 653.2. This should technically be the same unless the cups aren't exactly the same. 626.5. 653. 626. 653. I don't know why there's a difference, but there is. Doesn't look like it. But I guess that's a decent margin of error, 20 grams. Considering it's liquid, I guess we'll consider that fairly close. So, you know what, before I look, probably should go ahead and mix these up. It's gonna be kind of hard, right, to be able to determine. So I'll go back out in the garage to see which one is which. Maybe turn around a couple of times. I don't know. And then we'll see. I don't know, like, if that would do anything. But yeah, now I'm not sure exactly which one is which. So we'll go ahead and try this. Tastes like an Americano. Okay, so this Americano is warmer. It's a dead giveaway. Like, I can tell right now that it's warmer, a little bit more bitter. Let me see this one. The bitterness is hidden a little bit. So, you know, so I don't know necessarily if it's really something that, let me see, hold on. This one's more enjoyable. But it depends on its preference though, because some people might not want it to be this tame. This one's almost more, this one you can taste, hold on. This one's more enjoyable because it's hotter. So I actually like that one more than this one for the heat. But that tells me that I need to take the water a little bit hotter next time. So if I'm making this for somebody else, it needs to be more like 150, I think, degrees Fahrenheit. That would be 65 degrees Celsius, I believe. And this is not terrible. I like this, but it's also because this coffee is absolutely amazing. So let's go ahead and go talk about both of these coffees some more and why I think the coffee is better and I prefer it, except for the fact that it's a little bit cold and you can't go heat it up. So that might be a problem. That's something that might need to be considered, right? Because it cools down faster, but you can enjoy it more quickly. So that's good. Let's go ahead and get this over here. it always comes to preference. Like, what do you want? Like, for somebody that doesn't like change, they might not like this. You know, that might be the case. So it might be something to consider, but it's worth a try. It's not like it's night and day, but I know I like this one better. Yeah, that's the star right here. There's more flavors and stuff in this one. Yep. More acidity and all that. So I am back here in the garage. So yeah, got these coffees in front of me right now. Got them both right here. We were just in there. This is the one with the star on it. This one does not have it on there. And these are both amazing coffees. Like, they're really, really good. You can't go wrong with either one. But let's see here. But the reason why I would go for, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and put that back on there. Game capture card. This can go there and then go back here. All right, so the reason why I think, this is only like an assumption, but adding a hotter water to like 180 degrees, potentially 175, directly to espresso that you just pulled is going to bring out the bitter notes. It's just going to be like it's a shock to the espresso versus, you know, steaming the water yourself, warming up the water, making it to where the cup is just about maybe a little bit hotter than what you would do with milk, and adding that water to the espresso then allows the flavors to continue to remain, versus adding hot water, it doesn't. So that in itself makes the difference, all the difference in the world. So you could say it's probably because of the milk remaining on the steam wand, and when I put it in the water, it adds a little bit of, you know, whatever is on there to the water or anything like that. So you could say that, and it's okay if you do. I'm not trying to convince anybody that, you know, how they should make their Americano. You get to enjoy your Americano the way you want, right? You get to make it the way you want. And this is just a non-scientific comparison between the two. I wanted to see, like, I had made these myself earlier. No, I had made an Americano for myself about like a week ago after I saw James Hoffmann's video. And I was like, whoa, it does make a difference. But then I was thinking to myself, after I saw Lance Hendrick post his video saying that there wasn't any difference, I was like, what is going on? I could have sworn, am I lying to myself? Did I not see a difference? And I'm thinking that there is a difference? Like, what's going on? And I think there's still a difference. Like, I can tell the dark one, or I mean the hotter one, has a bit more of a bitter flavor. It's not terrible because the coffee is amazing, and I use a really good filtered water. It's made by Masters Water and Coffee, you know, something like that, for my area. This one's more enjoyable. Like, this cup of coffee, the one with the star on it, just got to make sure, as it's cooling down, you can still taste like the flavors and the experience of it. For somebody that doesn't want that bitter taste of coffee, they want to have more brighter notes, yeah, you could go just make a pour over. Somebody is going to be on here saying, hey, just go make a pour over. And but the thing is I don't want to make a pour over. I don't want to get all the pour over stuff out. I just want to make an espresso, and I just want to make a Americano. And I haven't really ever tried a pour over, so I don't really understand like how to even make it. I could dabble in it and get that figured out, but I want to make an Americano, so I don't know how to do a pour over. So, you know, Like, that's not something that I have an option to do. So, absolutely. As this is cooling off, you're still not getting the flavors that are in this one right here, which is the steam wand coffee. There's a big difference. Somebody might not want to have that. They might want to just continue with, the way they were making their Americano before. But I don't know. If I liked Americano as my main drink, this is what I would be doing with the steam wand, for sure. So, all right, this is Journey to Barista. My name is Mike. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment down below and let me know if you think that I should have done this a different way. If the way I did it was somehow flawed, it probably was. And it was fun hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed this too. And anything that I have here, I can put down in the comment section, or I can put in the description. Anything that I use here, I roast my own coffee, so obviously I have a bunch of roasting stuff back here. I roast with a popcorn popper, and so far I have not had very many complaints except for one. My Americano guy over at LifeSpring, you know who you are, but at my church. So, all right, guys, I will see you guys in the next one. My name is Mike. If you like this video, subscribe and click the like button, and you'll be notified for future videos like this one in the future if you hit that bell icon right next to the subscribe button. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.